Hello everyone, and welcome to Platinum Life Gaming. I'm the Mad Gamer, and this is the Platinum Experience for Forged in the Shadow Torch, or F.I.S.T as it's known. Originally released on September 7th, 2001, this Metroidvania game was one I'd never heard of until it popped up on my PS catalog. The main character is a rabbit named Rayton. And having a pet rabbit made me want to play this game. It was really that simple. Enjoying Metroidvania games didn't hurt either. This game starts out and we learn that 6 years ago, a robotic army known as the Legion invaded Torch City. The resistance fell quickly and the city was captured by the Legion. The Furtizens, yep, animal citizens, living in the city have been struggling to survive ever since. This is a 3 out of 10 difficulty requiring one playthrough, taking 20 hours with 44 trophies to collect. Rayton, a former ace pilot that fought against the Legion with his team of friends until one team member, Cicero, went off to fight alone. Believed dead, the rest of the team was unable to prevent the Legion from taking control of Torch City. Rayton refused to get involved in any kind of uprising against the Legion, until his friend Urso was captured, that is. Donning the fist once again, Rayton sets out to put the city back in the hands of the Furtizens. The fist is part of a mech suit that Rayton used to pilot. Urso is a tinkerer and removed the fist from the rest of the suit. The game is packed full of collectibles as we expect from a Metroidvania. Playing on the hardest difficulty option available, which is normal in this case, we pop our first trophy as soon as the gameplay starts. Anyone not familiar with Metroidvania style games, we're going to be side-scrolling, collectible hunting, and map exploring, all in order to find and unlock new abilities or weapons that allow us to turn around and go back to previously visited areas that had barriers blocking our way forward. Behind the majority of those barriers are often upgrades or collectibles. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out my channel, and I'm so excited to have each and every one of you join me on this wild journey. After making our way to Torch Tower, it is clear that we do not have the necessary equipment to continue on. As we turn around and look for a way through, we come across Wang being attacked by the Legion. Saving him, he in turn gives us carrot juice, which acts as our health pack in this game. And as long as we have one of the orange EP gauge meters, we can use the carrot juice to heal us. Wang also tells us that we will need the transformer drill to access lower Torch Tower, and that Master Wu is the only one who knows the location of the drill. Master Wu decides that we need more training before going to Torch Tower, and instructs us to track down a data disk that is being held by a local boss from the Iron Legion named Feral.
Data disks.
Master Wu says that these data disks will teach us skills that we require. Along the way, we pick up our third health upgrade, and that earns us the trophy, Survival of the Fittest, for increasing our max HP for the first time. And after finding the ability to double jump, it allows us to further access new areas. And quickly we face our first boss, Feral.
You weren't around here when I was a kid.
Flying punch!
Defeating him and collecting the data disk pops the trophy.
This Pharaoh was tough. I'm carrying a data disk,
Uprising,
too.
nice work.
Better report back to Mr.
Tested
Wu.
your fighting reflexes in a tough battle.
I'm back.
Returning
Mr.
to
Wu.
Master Wu, we
their
use the
strengths.
data disk to learn the skill Rising Punch. Master Wu tells us the transformer drill is stashed deep inside the power station and under the Iron Dog's guard.
Welcome to Jingles'
Before
shop.
leaving
Since
Master
you
Wu's
came to
hideout,
Master
we
Wu's
find
recommendation,
Jingles.
I'll give you 20%
Jingles
off.
sells key items, but only in a very limited quantity. 1 HP and 1 SP upgrade, a single data disk, a plant seed, and 2 different posters. All of these items you can purchase in this game, except for records, are required for the Platinum. Arriving at the power station, we get a cutscene of a cat sneaking up and stealth killing 2 guards before running off. This impresses Rayton.
I haven't seen anyone this good in Torch City before.
Proceeding deep into the power station, we face off against Zapper, who is looking to avenge Feral.
I'll avenge you, Feral. Rest in peace now.
We find our first locked chest, and yes, you guessed it, we need to open all of them for a trophy. However, at this time, we do not have a skeleton key, which is required to open the box. Finding the shock baton next, this allows us to parry an enemy attack, which, if successful, recovers 1 SP, which is the blue bar, and consumes 1 EP. SP is how you use your power attacks, such as the Rising Punch that we just learned from Master Wu, and many, many others that we will learn by using our data disks to unlock throughout the game. Queue up our next boss fight. This is against the mechanical core, or the robotic core as it'll say on the next screen. In order to defeat the core, you must destroy each of the 3 turrets. Doing so causes the core to expose its weak point. Depending on the damage you deal here, you will likely have to repeat this process 2 or 3 times. Defeating the core allows us to progress forward, and shortly after we finally find the transformer drill and get the trophy.
Got it. Better head back.
Weapon of the Legion. Acquired a very deadly weapon. The drill allows us to get through some of the barriers installed by the Iron Dogs throughout Torch City. It also allows us to glide over things like these lasers here.
Help! Help!
I heard cries for help, but missed the grate, so I had to go back around to reach it. Inside we find Flip, the Flying Mouse, Prince of Thieves. He gives us a skeleton key and we head out.
Key? You won't find a priceless treasure like it anywhere else.
We also find our first teleporter, but
I don't
we
know when
cannot
this machine will
teleport just yet.
Try it again next time.
Going back to that locked chest, we use the skeleton key and inside find an HP upgrade and some money. Like the Fist, the drill has its own SP skill attacks that require data disks and money to upgrade. Finding ourselves back at Master Wu once more, he asks us to pull our best Bunny Schofield and break all Furtizens out of prison. Now back at Lower Torch Tower, with the help of the drill and an updraft, we have a whole new map section to explore, full of collectibles to find and enemies to battle. At the top of Lower Torch Tower, we find the commander of the Iron Dogs ordering his army to find something called the Spark. The commander is our old friend and teammate thought dead, Cicero. And of course, we fight. And after a set attack of Cicero's, we get a cutscene showing the good old days. Rayton fighting alongside of Cicero, we see the mechs and get an idea of where the F.I.S.T came from. This is also the last time for 6 years that the team would see Cicero, as he knocks out Rayton and heads off into battle alone. At the conclusion of this cutscene, we pop the trophy, Mental Trauma. Confronted an unpleasant memory. Waking up in prison, we are reunited with Urso, and perfect timing as the cat from earlier is being led to a nearby cell. She defeats her escort and frees us. We learn her name is Q. Agreeing to meet us in the city later, she takes Urso and they flee the prison, while Rayton marches off in search of his confiscated F.I.S.T. We are forced to use stealth until we find the F.I.S.T, but we also come across multiple prisoners in need of rescue. Flip the Mouse, Shen, a warrior from the western region, and Pippin, who is an environmentalist. On this playthrough, I did not find or rescue Pippin from the prison. But after returning to Master Wu, he tells you that he sent Furtizens in to rescue the remaining prisoners. The cells are all locked, so we can add finding the cell keys to our task list. During our search of the prison, we find the homing missile, which uses 1 EP like the carrot juice or the shock baton. Homing missiles come in very handy later on. Finally, turning the power on to an elevator, we are able to retrieve the F.I.S.T and have to battle Voltage, a prison guard with a shock stick, and a lot of minions. Defeating him, we get the keys that we were looking for, and now we head back to unlock the cells holding our Furtizen friends. Shen invites us to the western region when we unlock his cell. Rescuing Flip, we obtain another skeleton key, which I believe saves us from having to purchase later on. In case you were wondering as I was, I did go back and play another run where I rescued all 3 prisoners. Pip does not give you anything, and nor does Master Wu when you return to him for rescuing all 3. The prison, like every other map section, has its share of obstacles that we cannot proceed past at this time. Finding our way out of the prison, we end up in the subway and get involved in an attempted mugging by some rats. Before we have a chance to fight the rats, the Duke shows up. The Duke is the leader of the rat gang and former member of the team. Since the disbandment of the team, he has turned opportunist, taking advantage to make money and gain power, while often playing on both sides of the war for personal profit. We learn that Cicero, who was also power hungry, and that is why he joined the Iron Dogs and became infused with machine parts. The Duke asks you to meet him at home in Joffrey Street to discuss things further. And we pop the trophy Animal Farm. Made contact with the city's underworld. This far into the story, the teleporter now works, and we have one option: travel to Joffrey Street. Joffrey Street is the safe place in this game. No enemies and a lot of shops. Urso's shop is the first location, and we can turn in any posters that we have found. He, in turn, will paint our weapons. Master Wu has a mini dojo training area where we can learn combos. The more advanced ones require us to have more skills unlocked with data discs before we can complete them. Chuan's Noodle Shop offers one food option at the start that boosts your health. I didn't buy any, but later on we will, as there is a bonus earned every time you consume your third dish of the same item.
It's time.
If you show up at the right time, Flip is here and sells skeleton keys. Pippin, who is also here, he's trying to get his seeds back from the rat gang, which have been hid all over Torch City. Pippin wants to plant trees once the war is over. As you collect them, turn them into Pippin because he does give you rewards, posters, money, and upgrades. And then we have Mappo. Mappo takes the data that you have on each region. If you go to your own map, you can see the name of each area and the percentage of that area that you have explored. Once an area is at 100%, Mappo will reward you. And you know it, we need to get 100% on all maps. And finally, Jingles. He is here with an expanded inventory, including something called a mystery shard. We learn that there are 4 of these scattered around Torch City, and if all 4 are brought to the ancient complex, they open a special door there. After chatting and shopping, it's time to meet up with the Duke. And we make a deal with him in order to stop Cicero from wiping the Furtizens off the map. Setting off, we need to find 2 separate documents that detail Cicero's plans. One is in the arsenal, and one from the sewers. I ended up finding my 3rd SP upgrade and popped the trophy. Power Hungry. Increased your max SP for the first time.
Thanks for making the run. Wait here. I'll have the outlet open soon.
In order to take the subway to the sewers, we have to drain the water. Achieving this goal not only opens up travel to the subway, it earns us the trophy Part-Time Plumber. Solved a municipal administration problem. We find another upgrade machine and learn Omni Dash, which allows our dash to be done vertically and diagonally now, not just horizontally. At the end of the sewers, we face off against the Iron Dog robots Rage and Fury. Defeating them allows us to progress forward and pick up our first document in the form of a cassette tape. This also pops the trophy Information Jigsaw. Collected an important piece of information. From it, Rayton learns that the Spark is in the Western Range and that the Legion is headed there now. In the arsenal, we find the second document, again in what appears to be cassette form, and we learn that Cicero plans to use the spark to change the Furtizens. Something very important here, and you'll see it on the screen now, if you interact with this desk and the trophy does not pop, quit out of the game right away. Do not let the autosave save this. When you reload your save, you'll have to make your way back to that office, but interacting with the desk this time will start a cutscene and pop the trophy. Military secret. Collected a classified document. With both documents obtained, we return to the Duke. And as he realizes the Iron Dogs want to wipe out the Furtizens using the spark, he tells you to head to the Western Range and seek out Bovie, who was the commander of our former team, and now protector of the Western Range. Along the way, we open another locked box with a skeleton key and get our third EP upgrade, popping the trophy Nimble Fighter. Increased max EP for the first time. The only way to the Western Range is through the tunnels, which are filled with deadly defenses. After making our way through the tunnels, we finally arrive at the Western Range, where we achieve the trophy, Shelter from the Blizzard, arrived in the desolate mountains. As we searched the Western Range for Bovie, I ran into Yang. Breaking 12 barrels in his challenge means he will upgrade the homing missile to version 2. And that is good news, as we need to upgrade our shock baton, carrot juice, homing missile, and exploding puppet to max levels for a trophy. You'll see here that I did not break the 12 barrels. I think it's important to show failure, as later on when we have to do 30 barrels, you'll see how much I've improved.
Don't worry about this scrap barrel, Chief Ray.
Conversing with the locals, we learn that Bovie is in the mine and needs our help, so we set off to find him. Is he a yak? Bovie the yak. The mine demon charged with the power of the spark wounds Bovie as Rayton rushes into the battle. Oh, it's got 2 power bars. Well, that's some special shit right there. That's really annoying. I wish I realized that. And that's when I realized that the yellow bar was actually a shield and he wasn't vulnerable until that was taken down. Oh, look at how low it is. Look how low I am. Uh-oh. Yeah, baby! Defeating the mine demon, we obtain the spark. And shortly after the fight, we come across the whip, earning us our next trophy. Weapon of the Resistance. Oh, nice, a grapple whip. Once we make our way out of the mines and return to the village, after talking to Bovie, we learn he wants the spark taken out of the Western region, So we do so, and on our way back to the Duke, we come across our next trophy. As you have seen previously in the video, when an enemy is weakened, he will change color. This allows you to perform an execution. Perform 2 of these in a row without touching the ground, and we can earn the trophy Aerial Strike. This is best done on drones as they're both weak and already in the air.
Well, did you get it?
Making our way back to the Duke, only to have him pull some of his typical rat treachery. He tells Rayton that the documents we recovered earlier have a way to authenticate the spark in them. Handing over the spark, we watch Mr. Potter flee with visions of power and domination in his head. Realizing this outcome would not leave such a wonderful life for the Furtizens, Rayton chases after the Duke. After we lay the beatdown on this wheelchaired rat, he calls forth a mech to fight us. After defeating the mech, the Duke is ready to use the power of the spark to destroy Rayton. Lady Q shows up, and using her magic, she is able to deflect the energy beam back and destroy the Duke and the spark, earning us the trophy Mean Streets. Eliminated the threat from the shadows. It is here that we learn there is a second spark, hidden away at the underground lake. Before we can join Lady Q at the underground lake in search of the second spark, we must first obtain a respirator, which is located in the underwater base. Once you have the whip, you can access these floating grapple points, and in the underwater base, there is an area where you can string your grapples together. Moving between 7 of these without touching the ground pops the trophy. Hey, bitten by a mutant spider. Navigating our way through the facility, we eventually arrive at the boss fight against Typhoon. Defeating Typhoon, we can move on, and in the next room we find the respirator, allowing us to breathe underwater. And this also happened to be 50% of the collectibles and upgrades in the game, earning us the trophy Wanderer. Discovered half the secrets in Torch City. We also popped the trophy A Breath of Freedom. Acquired a tool to overcome biological limits. We can now head off to the underground lake to assist Lady Q in her efforts to find the second spark. The underground lake, as you might guess, requires a lot of diving and swimming, and this area was so frustrating to navigate. It takes so much time and your attacks are so limited. We eventually make it to a room where we can upgrade our ability. And we are finally able to charge underwater, allowing us to defeat enemies easier, as well as destroy obstacles that are blocking our way forward. We get locked in this room and have a boss fight versus the robotic snake. This fight was pretty easy. Using our newly acquired underwater dash ability, we can slam ourselves into his weak point each time he comes out of hiding. Very shortly after this boss fight, we come across the spark and unlock the trophy Unsafe to Possession. Found the unstable source of power. It's off to the ancient complex we go, where we need to place the spark in its final resting spot, so nobody can use its power for evil ever again. The complex has us carrying power cells from one side to the center, and then rinse and repeat for the other side until we have both cores at the center. We also found another upgrade for the Omni Dash ability. This one allows us to move through laser beams as well as enemies. Once we drop down to the lower level, we find Lady Q. She tells us that the gods gave the spark to the cats in order to have them build Torch Tower and use the spark in order to progress evolution. The cats became the protector of the spark. As Lady Q goes to place the spark, Cicero dashes in and snatches it up, throwing Lady Q off the platform towards the lava pit below. Rayton grabs her hand as they both hang from the cliff's edge towards pending doom. Suddenly the ground quakes and Cicero senses there is something else present. He flees with the spark, leaving Rayton to pull Lady Q and himself to safety. As he carries her, the lava worm raises from the depths, causing Rayton to fall backwards, and Lady Q is flung towards the lava pit once again. Rayton reaches out for her, but is just not able to grab her as she plunges to her death below. The lava worm now turns its attention on Rayton as we are forced to flee in a chase sequence that has us dashing, jumping, and floating to find safety. Once we reach the end of the chase, we pop the trophy. Hey, one step away. Escaped from a desperate situation. Rayton, now filled with rage and anger, hatred towards Cicero, heads to Torch Tower to destroy his former friend and avenge Lady Q. Inside of the coastal fortress, we can now use our upgraded Omni Dash to progress towards the next boss fight. Somebody call Street Fighter and let them know I just found Yokozuna. Now I have no idea what was going on, but I'll give myself a 0 for perception score. The best part is his name's actually Yokozuna. Oh my. Yeah, Yokozuna. Hulk Hogan body slammed you and now I kicked your ass. Should calm down a little bit. First of all, I don't read the guy's name and I'm shocked to find out that it's actually what I thought it was. Now my references go from Street Fighter to the WWF. But hey, in the end we beat him and we move on to meet Urso on the top of the fortress. We are launched out of a cannon to Upper Torch Tower, earning us the trophy, There Will Be Blood. Chose to face your nemesis head on.
I know that you're not interested in idealistic philosophy.
Now for me, here's where the difficulty ramped up. Sure, Yokozuna killed me a few times, but Cicero, his attacks are so fast and relentless. At my current health, SP, and EP levels, I was no match for him. I chose this time to go back and 100% all of the maps, which would also allow me to upgrade all of my gauges and learn many more attacks. Best place to go is to see Master Wu. He'll train us, teach us combos. These combos will get increasingly harder and have us switching between all 3 weapons in a single combo. Once you have completed the training specific to each of the 3 weapons, you will be able to purchase the last remaining skills for each one. This was the hardest trophy in the game for me, but I stuck with it despite being annoyed by this challenge, and I eventually earned the trophy, Martial Arts Air. Complete all combo training at the training field.
Arts now, Ray.
You have the road to mastery is long.
Finally, purchasing all skills for the whip. We pop the trophy. Hey, whip master. This next one is best done at Master Wu's training ground. Start any of the trainings, use your whip to toss the dummy in the air, and continue to put down the energy bubbles so that the dummy will stay suspended off the ground. Once you have the timing right, you will get the trophy. Anti-gravity. Kept an enemy in the air for 15 straight seconds. I honestly have no idea what this next trophy was about, but if you go left of Mappo's shop and stand under the loudspeaker, you will eventually pop the trophy. Do not answer! Do not answer! Do not answer! Picked up a signal from another universe. Once we have our EP gauge at least 4 bars, we can hold the button down until we consume 4 or more shots of carrot juice in succession, and we will receive the trophy, See Me Not. Faced a serious crisis of physical shape. As it was with the whip, once we purchase all upgrades for the fist, we will get the trophy, Fist Master. While working towards the 100% in the Arsenal map, I found the parry upgrade. And as an enemy attacks you, if you push the left stick forward into the attack, you will parry. Do this 5 times in a row without taking damage, and the trophy, Toe to Toe, will pop. Returning back to the barrel game, this time we have to get 24 barrels. And if we do that, we will be given the fully upgraded homing missiles. However, if you manage to break 30 out of the 24 barrels, you will pop the trophy. Barrel Smasher, finally, nice. Finally, opening the 9th locked chest in the game earns the trophy Treasure Hunter. Opened all locked chests. Hey, Endless QI. Reached the limit for max SP. Having obtained all 4 mastery shard pieces, 1 from trying all of Chuan's dishes, the final dish costing 888. We purchase 1 from Jingles. Master Wu gives us 1 for completing all of his challenges, and the 4th for returning 44 of the seeds to Pippin. These 4 mastery shards open a door in the ancient complex, and inside we step into an upgrade machine and receive the trophy, Power Seeker. Unlocked Chi Explosion.
Come on, baby, is that all of them?
Collecting our last EP upgrade, we earn the trophy.
Yeah, unlimited energy, nice.
Purchasing all of the skills for the drill pops the trophy, Drill Master. Using the Chi Explosion skill, we can stop time, and we gain unlimited SP. Defeating 5 enemies while in Chi Explosion, we get the trophy, Rabbit Time. Now staying in Old Town, if we use our exploding puppet that we got for turning in 25 seeds to Pippin, we have to destroy 3 enemies at once to unlock the trophy, Turing Test Failure. In a few areas in the game, you'll find 2 drones. Using the throw attack with the fist, we need to throw a drone into another drone, destroying it. I would suggest working on this from the start to minimize the grind, but if you didn't, then use the Old Town area where we can get 1 of the 20 we need, run back to a nearby save, restart our game, and rinse and repeat. It's a good spot to grind this out. Once you have thrown and knocked down enemies in the air 20 times, the trophy...
Yeah, dimension collapse.
Fully upgrading your carrot juice, shock baton, homing missile, and exploding puppet to their max level, you will receive the trophy Tool Enthusiast. Fully upgrade all devices.
Wow, man, that was tricky.
For collecting all of the HP upgrades, we unlock the trophy
Indestructible! Yes!
turning in 50 of the 51 plant seeds in the game. We pop the trophy Environmentalist.
Here, take
Collected
this.
all
I'll
plant
go look
seeds.
after the seeds now.
With every area fully mapped out except for Upper Torch Tower, it was time to finish that area and defeat Cicero once and for all. Utilizing a fully upgraded Rayton and the Chi explosion skill, this near impossible fight from earlier became doable.
It's either death or victory. I fight for my ideas. What about spear?
No. No, come on, dude.
I fight for my ideas.
Yes!
Think you can save Torch City?
Yes.
What Torch City wants is freedom.
After all that, Cicero fled once again, leaving us to search the remaining map section of Upper Torch Tower, and finally face Cicero for the last time.
Cicero, I actually just managed it.
Adapt or die. The spark makes us stronger.
Well, you gotta pay attention, bro. This guy's just gonna go combo crazy for this wing here. No, man. And defeating Cicero pops the trophy. Yes! For the new dawn! Oh, that was a good combo. I cheaped that guy. After the credits, we get a little teaser showing Lady Q is actually still alive.
The darkness before the dawn is over.
You are amazing, Ray.
Once you turn in the final map data to Mappo, you will receive a poster. Now, if you were lucky enough to have found 20 posters during your exploration to 100% in each area, turning this poster into Urso will get you the trophy Collector Classics. Collected all posters. Having all maps at 100%, all skills purchased, all tools upgraded, and having 51 seeds. I was missing a single data disk. Returning to the western region and talking to this guy who is scavenging out in the battlefield. He was willing to sell me a treasure that he found for $1,000. Turns out that it was the final data disk I needed and earned me the trophy Liberator. Discovered all secrets in Torch City.
Around in this cold. Here you go.
As well as my 329th Platinum Trophy. Once upon a time in Torch City. Acquired all other trophies. I think this game was worth it in the end. It took me 20 hours on the hardest difficulty. This game was originally released on another console in 2020, and like I said earlier, didn't come over to the PlayStation until 2021. My biggest issue with this game would have to be how quick the cutscene transitions happen, which is honestly pretty minor. I really did have a good time playing this game, and I really recommend that you try it. Go out there and get that platinum. I really hope you enjoyed this video. As always, please hit that like and subscribe button. Comments are also greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching. Take care, and remember, it's a platinum life.